I'm here with Roberto Belen on April 28th, 2012 at St. John of the Cross Catholic Church in Batesburg, South Carolina, and he is going to speak to his fellow Catholics about what we can do to be supportive of immigrants in our parishes and communities.
Well, thank you, Sarah. But with the situation of immigration in this country in the last few years, and now that the Supreme Court finally listened to arguments about the Arizona 1070, SB 1070, now the situation has got to the point that we need to tell our fellow Catholics, Hispanics, that the situation can be slightly worse than it was before. Because if the law is upheld in Arizona the way it is, we can expect that the injunction against SB 20 will be lifted, and all the provisions of SB 20, which is called now Act 69 because it became law on June 27th of 2011, that law will become again enacted, and then all the provisions of SB 20, now called Act 69, will be in effect. And what that means is that police have not only jurisdiction, but they have the obligation to determine the immigration status of anybody that they feel is in this country illegally. That means that there will be racial profiling in order to do that. So by the way they look, or by the way they talk, or by the way they cannot present some documents, any of those things can determine that that policeman has and is obligated by law to determine the legal status of that individual. And that will create all kind of problems. So racial profiling will be allowed if the Supreme Court that listened to the arguments this past 25th of April upheld the Arizona law. And then Arizona will be enacted. All the stipulations of the injunction will be lifted in Arizona, and the same thing happened here when on December 19th of 2011 the SB 20, Act 69, was put into injunction also. So many other things will happen. So we need to tell our fellow Catholics, Hispanics, to please do not commit any crimes. Avoid driving without a driver's license. Do not use false IDs or any other number that is not yours. And try to be careful and supportive of each other through this period of uncertainty. But there's very, very important that we remain vigilant and holding hands through all this process, through this legal process. But the environment, the political environment is such that if the Supreme Court agrees with the Arizona law, most likely all those provisions will be applied not only in South Carolina, but in Georgia, Alabama, Iowa, Idaho, Indiana, and so many other states, Florida, Texas. They're pending legislation just like the one in Arizona, just like the one in South Carolina. So to end, I want to remind everybody that we need to be, as Catholics, united and supportive, and try to make the best of a bad situation. But right now, the best thing to do is to avoid any contact with the police and do not commit any crime of any kind, because that will be an invitation for a deportation. Thank you.
Thank you.